self-expression, and ice cream. I'm ready to stop being the hero. Ready to stop fighting battles just so that I can feel like I'm winning something. I'm ready to stop inventing challenges just so I can be rewarded for overcoming them. I'm ready to stop digging holes for myself just so I can climb out of them and be patted on the back for doing so. Ready to stop suffering just to be relatable and accepted and approved of. I'm ready to stop being the hero, which means somebody else had to be a villain. I'm ready to just be the person that it all works out for. In fact, if that makes me into the bad guy, I'll take that. I'm willing to be resented for my success. I'm willing to be the person that other people envy and scoff at and say, what makes you so special that you get everything? Well, nothing. Except that I let myself receive it. That's it. You're that special too. That's the only difference. And I've been that person. Oh yeah, I've been that person who resented others for their success because I was jealous, because I was envious, because I wanted it. Wouldn't have admitted it. Of course not. Wouldn't have admitted resenting them. Oh, no. No, I'm happy. I'm so happy for you and all of your money and your love and that things seem to just work out for you. I'm so happy for that. No, I'm not jealous. No. Lucky you. Good for you. We all want that stuff. We want what we want. I'm not saying we all want the same things. We don't all want a Model S Tesla and a mansion in Portugal. It's not necessarily what I want either. Tesla would be cool. But we want the love. We want the money because we want the freedom. That's really what money represents, is freedom, not power. We want it to be easy. We want it to work out for us. But it's not real relatable. Funny thing, the more you claim your own power, the less you need from other people. The less relatable you become to most other people. And again, been there. It is so easy to be in the group that wants but doesn't believe. That's most of society. That's where I was most of my life. Wanting, but not believing, disallowing my own desire, contradicting it internally. And because that didn't feel good, I made up some reason, some excuse for not allowing it. For really saying, I'm not allowed to have this. Yeah, I want it, but I'm not allowed. And then when I see other people who have it, I secretly resent them because they shouldn't be allowed either. Because I'm not allowing myself. When really all I could do is just allow myself to have that desire and believe in it and receive it and know I'm worthy of that. I get that too. Their receiving isn't preventing mine. In fact, it's encouraging it. when you see people who have something you want, that's pointing at something you want. That's clarifying desire within you. And then all you gotta do is line up with it. Not contradict it, but we're not taught how to do that. We're taught to do the opposite. We're taught to repress pretty much everything, but especially desires for, well, inappropriate things like wild success and happiness, and for things to just work out for you. You want things to just happen for you easily, and you didn't struggle or suffer or work hard for them. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. That's not socially approved desire. That's dangerous. That means you believe in your power. You believe that you're worthy of these things just because, and you didn't prove yourself. You didn't pay the toll. You just got it. Well, yeah. Yeah. That is how this works. I want it, I ask, I receive it. You can do that too. I'm ready to just believe in the power and the worthiness of my desires. And accept whatever that means. I'm willing to accept that no matter what, I win. No matter what, I am wildly successful. No matter what, my desires reach me. Because really, when you're in that state of resentment, seeing something that you want and not believing it for yourself, you're just resisting a desire. You cannot kill a desire. It does not work that way. Once you want it, you want it. Your soul sees that and goes, ooh, yeah, that's for me. That's mine. I get that. I have that. And if your ego then says, I'm not allowed to want that, I'm not allowed to have that, because it is ego that says that resists desire, all you're really doing is drawing it closer to you in a weird, fucky way, because what you resist persists. So if you're resisting your desire, you're calling it forward. You're just not letting yourself have it. So much manifestation happens in this way. So much. In fact, the shadow manifests a lot in this way, because we have shadow desires too. We want things like pain and suffering. There's a part of us that wants struggle. And then if ego rejects that desire, and how fucked up is that? Ego says, I don't want to struggle, but I don't want to just receive without struggle. So where does that leave you? You don't want to fight for it? You don't want to let it in without fighting? So then you end up in this place of uncomfortable, unresolved tension, when you could just let it resolve one way or the other, both ways. In fact, you could recognize you've created some struggle, you've created some ease. In fact, you've made both. Certainly there are things in your life that have happened one way or the other, both ways. Hello, Cat Ass. Thank you for that valuable recommendation. You've done both. You're always creating. You've certainly created some struggle, and there's a part of yourself that wanted that. So let that part be fulfilled. Recognize, oh, I had a desire for struggle and I struggled. Look at me go. Look at what I've created. Exactly what I wanted. Let yourself enjoy that desire. And then recognize, I have a desire for ease. I have a desire for things to just happen for me, to just fall into place. And that's happened. I mean, it's definitely happened. You have at least one time in your life pulled into a parking lot and somebody was backing out in front of you. You were looking for a spot and somebody backed out and there's your spot. Easy. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to prove yourself to earn that. It just showed up for you. Easy. Didn't that feel good? Remember the easy button? What was that? Office Depot or something? I love that thing. I need another one of those things. I had one. So let yourself enjoy that desire too. You received without any struggle. Didn't that feel good? Let yourself have both. Excuse me. Let yourself have both. Recognize you're allowed to enjoy both. He didn't ask, did he? Saw something he wanted and he went for it. I respect that. That's why I fucking love this cat. He does not ask, he does not explain, or justify, or apologize. He does as he pleases because he knows that's how it works. I please myself. In fact, there you go. I am ready for things to be easy. I am sure there are parts of me that maybe still want struggle, but you know, I feel pretty satisfied with the struggle that I've created, genuinely. I feel like I've done a good job of it, creating suffering and pain in my experience. And I've kind of reached an end of that era. I just feel like I've played that out. That theme has kind of been beaten into the ground. It's a dead horse now, you know? We rode the struggle bus all the way to the end of the line, and now it's time to get off. It's time to hop on something new. Ease Express. That's where we're headed next. See how that one goes, how that one flows. I am content with the struggle that I have created in my manifestation, and I am ready now to accept the responsibility of manifesting total ease and surrender and relaxation and fun and flow and whatever that means, recognizing I was once a person who resented those kinds of people. I was once somebody who envied and resented people who didn't fight for it, didn't struggle, didn't prove themselves. What made them worthy? Well, they just knew that they were. They knew that they were, and I was jealous of that. And I accept that. And I accept and appreciate all of the creation that happened from that mindset. And I'm ready to let that go now. I'm ready to graduate. I'm ready to move on. And the next course, the next level, is all about taking it easy, man. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna do stuff. Oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna do stuff. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna do fun stuff. I'm gonna do exciting stuff and invigorating stuff. Artistic, creative, expressive stuff. Soul-nourishing stuff. Stuff that feels really, really, really good. And stuff that feels even better than that. That's the stuff I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of that. And there's gonna be contrast. Loads of contrast, great contrast. I'm gonna enjoy that for sure, big time. I'm gonna lap it all up. But one thing I'm really just not interested in doing anymore is struggling. So I'm ready to retire that story. I'm ready to put that role down. Not gonna reprise it anymore. I've had enough seasons on struggles of our lives, playing that character. And I'm done. I'm done. Got a lot of awards for it. Got a lot of pats on the back, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people who really related to and liked that role. I don't know what that was. But ready to do something else now. Other artistic endeavors. Ready to be something different. Someone that doesn't face opposition, because I don't need to prove myself in order to feel worthy. Because I don't need to have anyone tell me that I am allowed because I've paid my dues and I've done my time. I don't need that. I'm ready to just receive now and continuously because I want to and I'm worthy. That's it. And I fully accept any way that is perceived by others as a reaction. Any emotional experience that they feel is because of me or my unapologetic success, my uninhibited and unapologetic joy and receiving. My unearned glory in the eyes of others. I am happy for it to be perceived in any way that it is. Because I really, really don't need people to like me to feel good. I really, really don't need their approval for me to receive. And I really don't need their validation for me feeling worthy of receiving. I am ready to just let it all in. To stop resisting any desires that I have, shadow included, because I know that's in there. I'm inviting that to the table too. So whatever manifests in my life experience is what I want. That's the way it works. Whatever you get is what you want. Just acknowledge the part of yourself that wanted it. Let it receive. Let it enjoy the reception of that desire. Bask in it. Know that it is fulfilled. It happened. And then you can move on to the next thing that you want. And in fact, when you are fulfilling Shadow's desires, you're integrating it into the rest of yourself. So when that piece that wanted that thing, that ego thought was so fucked up, got the thing that it wanted, and you accept and allow that it got what it wanted, now you're not resisting it. You're letting that desire reach you. You're letting that manifestation come to full fruition. That energy resolves, and then it's done. You completed the deal. The dance is over. That desire was fulfilled, and now it can be released. That energy is freed up, essentially. That piece of you that wanted that thing got it and is satisfied and just tucks back in. It doesn't want it anymore because it received it. Now it's free to want other things, and because you consciously, with the light of yourself, gave it permission, you transmuted that shadow into consciousness. You made the unconscious conscious by your conscious, deliberate reception of its desire. So now it's no longer unconscious desire and no longer has its own sort of power and volition in that way. Now it's a part of the rest of you that is consciously desiring and wanting things that feel more overtly pleasurable. So when you let yourself receive the struggle and enjoy the struggle, then you stop asking for struggle. Because you asked, you got it, you enjoyed it, you did it consciously and on purpose. Now that part of you that was unconsciously asking for it becomes conscious, and it's not unconsciously requesting a struggle anymore. Now we're consciously requesting ease because we had the other. We got to know some of what we don't want to know what we want. Thank goodness for what we don't want and for deliberately receiving and enjoying that experience with gratitude and awareness. Now we can focus fully on the wanted side of things. And we wanted the unwanted too. You see, everything that happens is a fulfillment of desire. You just gotta let it fulfill you. You gotta give it permission to do so. So that's what I'm doing. There's lots more pieces of this. Certainly things, desires for struggle and for rejection and failure and smallness, desires for feeling fear and anxiety, all those kinds of things I've recognized just in the past couple of weeks. Many of those in the past couple of days. Desires to lose, to be abandoned, to feel betrayed, to feel victimized. All forms of struggle and suffering, desires for suffering in a variety of forms. I've had big desire for that for a long time, that I left unrecognized and scorned and disapproved of. Really tried not to even look at all, because they were called appalling by ego. That's okay. It is a funny thing to recognize how ego rejected both sides of it, though. It says you're not allowed to want to be accepted, and you're not allowed to want to be rejected. You're not allowed to want anything, says ego. Well, then I'm fucked if that's the case, because all that I do is want. Because the essence of my soul is feminine energy, which is pure desire. Because that's the only reason for any of creation, is because it was desired to be. Because there was a want, and that want felt good. It was all about a good feeling that was being basked in and followed. So, ego, masculine aspects, sorry, not sorry. You're gonna just have to get on board with desire. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna serve desire. We're gonna let masculine serve feminine the way that this is designed to work. And just support it and follow it wherever it goes. Follow the feeling. Follow the desire. And permit all of it. Wholehearted, all-inclusive approval of experience. That's acceptance of what is. It's more than acceptance. It's approval. It's invitation. It is consciously recognizing everything that is what I want. Whatever it is, I want it. That's not lip service. That's not making it up. That's recognizing a deep truth. That's being brutally honest about the desires of myself. Everything that occurs in my experience is something desired by myself. It can't be otherwise. Creation doesn't happen without desire. Lots of stuff I've created was desired unconsciously. And so when it got here, because I wasn't consciously aware of that desire, I went, oh no, that's not what I want. Well, just what a part of me wanted. Part of me that I wasn't aware of. Now I get to be aware of that part. Recognize it, bring it to the forefront, say, look at this. You asked for this, here it is. You are powerful. You called this in. You created poverty and pain and abuse. You created some pretty wild stuff. Vivid, detailed, visceral, physical experiences. And you get to do that. You get to want that. I'm sorry for having shunted you off into the corner, where of course it's shadowy because it's the corner where I'm not looking where I'm not shining the light of my consciousness. That's why it's in shadow, because I'm not looking over there. But if I just look and allow and call you into the open and say, I'm sorry I ignored you. I'm sorry I tried to look away from you. Come where I can see you. Let me hold you. Let me allow you the joy that you deserve in receiving what it is that you asked for. Because you, self, part of self, are worthy. You are divine. You are powerful. What you asked for is given. Here it is. You get to enjoy that. We get to enjoy that together. To see this is just more evidence of my worthiness, my power, and my ability to receive. To receive what's desired. Let me integrate all of my desires. That's the integration of the whole of myself. All of my desire. The desire that ego's approved of, the desire that ego has disapproved of. It's hard to get ego to approve of anything, honestly, because even the approved desires are really not so much. They're limited, They're approved to a certain point. You're allowed to have this much happiness and this much success and this much love, but anything beyond that, that's a little dangerous. People might think differently of you. If you really succeed, if you really get everything you want, if you really get all the stuff, if you really get true love that's unconditional, that is just rapturously good, people are going to be jealous of that. We don't want people to be jealous. Get smaller. Make yourself smaller. If you really get big success, recognition, wealth, abundance, if you're calling in so much abundance that people are looking at you and knowing you got money flowing out of your ears, they're not gonna like you so much. So we'll just limit the abundance and the love and whatever it is, just so it's in this safe little tiny box that's comfortable. That's what ego does. And it does it on the other side too. I'm done with that. I'm done limiting my reception. I'm done limiting my desire, limiting anything that I'm asking for. I'm asking for more. More than ever, more than has ever been dreamed of. That's what I'm asking for. More than the dream. More. If you want the moon, shoot for Mars. Maybe you'll get to Jupiter. Who knows? Maybe you'll get more than you asked for. That's what I'm asking for. But you'll certainly get as much. I'm ready for that. I feel really ready for that. I feel ready to be ready. I am ready to strip off the weights of suffering and struggle and strife, and certainly the burden of rejecting shadow and its desire. I'm ready to invite all of that to the table and let those desires be recognized and received, and retroactively allow myself the pleasure of their reception. Because I've asked for poverty and gotten that. I've asked for struggle and abuse and gotten that. I've asked for rejection and abandonment and gotten that. I've asked for all kinds of great suffery things that I've received. That's just evidence of my power. I can take pleasure in that and be grateful for it. And I know I get to ask for the other stuff too. And if I created all of that, I could definitely create all of this. There's no question. There's just no question whatsoever. I'm worthy. I'm capable. And I'm ready. So let it all come in. Let me be one who just receives continuously, who just lives this charmed life, knowing that I get to have it all, and knowing that everything that I have is what I want. Everything that I get is what I want, and everything that I want, I get. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Ready for it to be that way. And if there should be more struggle and strain that approaches and appears in my experience, I'll recognize that too as something I've created on purpose because I asked for it. And I won't push it away and say, oh no, not for me. I'm going to recognize a part of myself ordered that. I got a lot of roommates in here. This is a whole clustered Brooklyn apartment complex. And just because something shows up that I don't think I ordered doesn't mean somebody in here didn't order that. So I'm going to let that somebody come to the door and claim their package and be grateful to receive it. And then that transaction is complete. I don't need a receipt. It's done. The desire was there. The desire was the receipt. I just had to see that it existed. And I'm going to move on to the next thing, satisfied that that one's done and that I let myself take pleasure in it. And all I really want is to feel good anyway. So if I just find a way to feel good about everything that happens by recognizing everything that happens is a fulfillment of some desire within me, and I can feel good about the fulfillment of desire, then it doesn't matter what happens. It's all good. I approve of all of it. That's lining up my masculine aspect in the way that it has the power to. It's masculine that gives permission and approval. That's spirit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wholeheartedly approve of everything. And I am definitely going to let myself receive without proving myself to be worthy of it. Just knowing that I am. I'm going to receive whether I'm worthy or not. That's how worthy I am. That's how worthy all of us are. Whether or not I believe it, I'm going to get it all anyway. And I'm not going to explain it or justify it or feel bad about it. And I'm going to let people think whatever they want to think and feel whatever they feel about me. I'm going to let people disapprove of me. I'm going to let people hate me if they feel like hating me. That's okay. I'm willing to accept all the consequences of my success, of my unstoppable and unbridled joy and glory, because my word for this year is unapologetic, and I'm sticking with that theme from now on. I'm not sorry for being happy, for receiving, for getting what I ask for. I'm not sorry for any of us getting what we ask for, because that's what we're doing all the time. I'm grateful. Genuinely, truly fucking grateful. I get to feel that. I get to enjoy that. It feels good to feel appreciation for all that is, for everything that I have called in, which I am continuing to call in. I get to want more and ask for more and receive more and take pleasure in all of it, and just repeat that process on and on and on into eternity. That's a tasty fucking sandwich right there. I'm ready for it. This is our year. This is where it really starts. This is where the rubber hits the road. It's all been building up. It's gonna keep building, but this is where things really take off. It's getting there. Next year's gonna be a whole other beast. I mean, we're not even there yet. Let this year unfold. Next year it'll all be in full bloom. This year, stuff's starting to sprout. We'd planted the seeds. Things are popping out of the ground. We got little shoots and leaves and even some little bulbs forming. It's visible, clearly visible. Stuff is coming in. It's there. It's forming. There's no question about it anymore. We can see it. It's right here. Next year is when it really, it's blooming. Now this tree we're growing is starting to mature, and it's going to bear its own fruit. But I'm excited for things to be exactly where they are right now, because this whole process and the unfolding of all of this life experience is delicious. I am not in a rush. I am not in a hurry. I like things moving at the pace that they intend to, and knowing that it's all happening for me. I don't have to worry about it. I can just expect it, and all along the way I get to just have fun. That's my only job. That is my only goal, is to find fun in every moment. Whatever's here, I'm gonna find the fun in it. That's my whole purpose. That's my job. That's my work, my vocation. I'm a fun finder. That's what I do. I point, I smile, I laugh, and I have a fun time. That's it. No opposition, no fighting, no war waging, no great battles between the forces of light and dark, good and evil. No. I'm done with the daytime drama. It's fine. I don't need an Emmy for my award-winning performance of great hero who struggled and suffered and fought their way to the top. I'll just be an extra that's having a good time in the background. The one who just gets everything. That's fine. I am so good with that. I'm so excited for that. So that is what it is. Had some ice cream. Had a burger and fries. I haven't had that in a while. It was delicious. My body craved sodium and fat and sugar, and I gave it exactly what it asked for. That's what it wanted. So that's what I did. And it feels fucking good. And now I'm gonna sleep peacefully, I trust. Or not if I want that. Either way is good for me, because whatever happens is good for me, because I let it be. And I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna see the woman that I am madly fucking in love with, absolutely smitten, obsessed. I'm obsessed. Yeah. And I'm gonna have a great fucking time. I'm gonna love every second. I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna dream, I'm gonna laugh. We're gonna talk about the life that we're creating, the world that we're building together. And it's so beautiful. It's all so fucking beautiful. Because we get to just receive. We really, really do. So I am expanding my awareness of my desires. I am expanding my spectrum of pleasure. And I'm recognizing that everything that I get is wanted. And I'm letting myself want everything that I get. And knowing it only gets better. I just win all along the way. That is how this works. How fucking amazing. You do as you please. Certainly you please yourself, Divine Deliberate Creator. Don't take it from me. You create your experience. Ask for whatever you want. You'll get it. You do. You can't not. You literally can't not receive what you're asking for. So just recognize what it is you're asking for and recognize when you've received it, and then feel good about it, and then keep asking and expecting and getting, and you get better and better. We're gonna just get better and better at this. And now that we're doing it on purpose and consciously, this is where it really gets fun. This is where we really get to have a good time, and only more of a good time. I am so excited to be on this journey with you. This joyful journey of expression and delight. You are so powerful, so fucking mighty. You have worlds within you, and without. It's all coming into being, and we get to witness it. It is my pleasure and honor to witness you and your creation. Have a beautiful night and have fun. I love you.